Howdy there. It's been actually a very long time. I want to say at least 8 weeks, something like that. So yeah, I've actually been incredibly busy recently, so it's not like I'm just disappeared and just like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be doing anything." My life has been incredibly busy recently. Yeah, I want to say that November 18th marked my actual 7 months of testosterone. It was just that I was incredibly busy around that time that I totally forgot to actually do a video. And so I was like, you know what? I'm still dressed up from an interview that I had today. So I was like, I might as well go and do something cool while it's still in my mind and I'm still actually wearing reasonable clothes. Because otherwise I'd be like, I don't really care. Um, yeah, so I mean, as for like physical changes, I guess, um, I think my voice, to me, it sounds like my voice has stopped. It doesn't sound any different to me, but I don't know. Maybe it sounds different to someone. I don't know. I have a very slight amount of facial hair on top, and on the bottom it's slowly coming in. But looking back, the men in my family were never like really seriously hairy in the face, so I think it might take a while for all that to kind of work its way out. I had gotten another haircut, and now my hair is actually growing back in on my head. So luckily, I don't have this balding thing that many other guys do, but my hair does grow back really fast, like in my head now. So it's like, okay, cool, because I got my hair cut 2 weeks ago, which was actually pretty cool. We went to a Dominican barbershop with one of my line brothers, and not my line brother, my big brother, and it was pretty cool. The haircut took 3 hours unnecessarily, and I got my eyebrows done, so they're like a little more. There we go. Might be able to see myself a little more. They're a little more masculine, kind of. But I came back, and one of the guys here that I know, was like, "Did you go to a Dominican barber?" And I was like, "Shut up." And yeah, so I guess just simple updates. I don't remember if like I said, I don't remember the last video that I made. It's been that long. I crossed, so I'm part of Alpha Omega Kappa fraternity. So that was the biggest thing in my life that was taking up a lot of time, and so now I'm recovering from all of that, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. My line brother made a video and mentioned me, like a couple of them. Like I said, I've just been really busy. Um, Shortly after I crossed, I had like a week of homework, and then we had winter break, which I stayed in Ithaca for, and then I went back to Richmond because I found out through one of my bigger brothers that there's this doctor that does top surgery, and he's like, it's in Richmond, you'd have family who can come and get you and everything. And so that's all really cool. And with the way everything just kind of worked out with my financial situation, I was able to afford it, and I'm able to do it in January. So my top surgery date will be January 3rd at 9 a.m. So January 3rd, 2014 at 9 a.m. So hopefully I can actually really start the new year and be able to breathe. So I'm actually kind of excited about that. Because a lot of my time has been spent like struggling right now. Because I just have a large natural chest size. So, I mean, because I've been binding, which I haven't actually been binding that long. Excuse me. Oh, I'm so tired. I have like barely been sleeping these last few days. Um, some guys just some trans guys, they're just like they bind for a long period, like several years, and then they get chest flattening because like your body's just like not about that. I double bind, and it's not because like I have friends who are bigger than me, and they're just like, I'm able to get away with it. But I was like, it's not my weight that's making it like that. I'm like, it's my actual cup size because when I went to the doctor, he's like, I have to remove a minimum of 1,800 grams. He's like, so I'm looking at removing a minimum of 8 pounds. He's like, most likely 10 or more. So he's like, you're looking at me removing a lot more than that. So he's like, you just have a lot of mass going on. So you can understand why why I still do double bind, and I can't wait to be able to breathe. Because it's like I guess some of the things I don't hear other guys talking about. Maybe it's just because there's a lot of dysphoria around it, but it's like um, especially when you have a very large chest, and this is something women can also agree with. When you have a very large chest, um, besides like back pains and shoulder grooves, if you're wearing like bras or something like that, other things kind of happen. So for me, the bigger that my chest has gotten, the thinner that my skin has become around like the nipples and everything. So like my nipples are incredibly huge, like incredibly huge. Like it's like the skin is so sensitive that whenever I take my binder off, like I can scratch anywhere from like 10 to like 30 minutes just scratching, and I can't actually scratch because it's like my skin will tear and I'll bleed. So I kind of have to like downward scratch because I'm just itching so much. And it's like, it's not like I'm having an allergic reaction to the binder or anything. It's just because my, like the blood is recirculating and my body is just like, this is way too much happening right now. Um, but yeah, no, the skin, the bleeding, the scratching, my skin is actually so sensitive that when the doctor went to go show me, like he was, they draw with marker to show you what the size of the actual nipple is gonna look like. It was so painful, and I was like, look, you're gonna have to be careful with this marker right now because this actually hurts because my skin is just that sensitive. So, to be able to just enjoy things will be absolutely wonderful. Um, I mean, other things, I guess, like I feel like my changes have pretty much kind of stopped. So my hope is now that once I get past finals week next week, I can get back into the gym. I can get in the gym when I go back to Virginia. I can exercise. I can eat healthy. I can stop being so stressed and being obnoxious. Um, and I don't know. I can just kind of get myself in shape before this major surgery kind of occurs. And hopefully, exercising will help reboot my changes. I self-inject now, so it's kind of like it's exhausting. It's exhausting. It takes me like forever to do it. And it's not actually like painful, except like I'll get like a knot, like a baseball-sized knot in my leg afterwards because I just take forever to actually do the actual like needle in the leg thing. Um, I think it's just because when I'm not being watched, like if I don't have someone in the room with me, I get even more nervous. Like it's gotta be someone that I trust. If it's someone who I think might actually like say something when I might have the needle in my leg, I'm gonna punch him in the throat. Not really, but it's a bit of a concern. So yeah, I mean, most of the things I guess that are happening in my life that are changing and or so on and so forth actually really aren't severely transition related. I'm looking to transfer out of Ithaca, for sure. Maybe University of Buffalo, um, Oneonta. I don't really know how you pronounce that word. It's spelled weird. Uh, Maybe University of Maryland. Pretty much just transfer anywhere else. There's a lot of reasons behind that. One of them is that one of the Ithacans, like the native people in the town, has been stalking me on the internet and was sending me death wishes right before Thanksgiving. And I was like, I don't have any more patience for this. And then I get a medical bill from a hospitalization that I got a year ago. Like, I came here knowing I had a medical condition. I went to the health center. I said, look, they said that this is all you got to do. I talked to the only doctor on campus, and she's like, I'm gonna refer you. I went, I got the referral appointment. The lady said, this is your social worker, this is your psychiatrist. You can't see a psychiatrist, so you see a social worker. So I said, fine. And then I called the social worker for 3 weeks straight because I wasn't sleeping. Like I hadn't slept. I got there in August and I hadn't been sleeping, and it was October, like right after my 19th birthday. So I was pissed, and I called her for 3 weeks straight, and I got her. She called me back like twice, and she called me when I was in class, even though I told her I'm in class, and it was like, just contact me. I was like, I'm going crazy, and so one night it was a Sunday, I just lost it because it was like 3 weeks with essentially no sleep, and I just was done. And so I went to the health center, and they're like, we really can't help you. I mean, this medication's so complicated. I ended up getting admitted into the hospital for 4 days, and I'm now paying $1,100+ a year later for this hospitalization. And I'm actually pretty pissed about it because I was like, I shouldn't have been there in the first place. Like, if y'all had done your job, I wouldn't have been here in the first place. So, I mean, for me, I heard that and I was pretty much done. Like, I mean, that's like the town, I'm just done. Random things with the classes, I'm just done. A struggle just to get the classes necessary so you can graduate. Like, I have several friends who are like, I can't even get the classes I need to graduate because the way it's all set up is stupid. And I was just like, I don't have patience for this anymore. So I'm just like, I need a winter break. I'm tired. So, I'll probably post other things. I'm hooking back up with guys with men in transition since I had to disappear for a while. And yeah. So that was my update. Under 10 minutes, thank goodness. So yeah, this is just my 7 month update, and I just wanted to say hello to all of the people. This is me not looking obnoxious with the hat on backwards. So I know my hair's growing back in though. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I will talk to you all later. I might film something later. I don't really know yet. So you all have a nice night.